Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dennis and this is Average Gaming. Today we're going to be continuing our Pathfinder Kingmaker playthrough. When we last left off, I had just completed the prologue, made it through Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori's mansion, survived the assassin attack, Tartucio's attempt to brand me as a traitor, made it to Oleg's trading post out in the Stolen Lands, defeated a few of his bandits in an attack, and then we left off. Unfortunately, we did encounter a bug on day one. Speaking of which, I want to apologize for not releasing any videos lately. I've been in the process of trying to switch jobs and clean up my apartment because my roommate just moved out. So I do apologize, and I will hopefully be putting out more videos for you guys more frequently in the near future. But yeah, back to the bug. We didn't save, apparently. According to the thing, we lost our save. So I did my best to recreate what we had done. I don't know how good it's going to be, so we'll see. We are playing Vanilor, the Asmir monk. So we're going to go ahead and continue with that. I am going to actually up the difficulty to challenging. And if I die more than twice on a single encounter, we will be starting a new character. Because I really don't think it's going to be entertaining to watch me just either A, breeze through the game like it's nothing, or B, repeat the same thing over and over again until I finally manage to get it right. So we're going to... Basically, the way I'm going to work it is, if the main character dies and we have to start over, and we have the Scroll of Race Dead in our inventory, I'm going to chuck it. We're going to get rid of it. And then, if he dies again, without the scroll in the inventory, we're going to start over. We're going to start a new character, most likely with a different class. So, hopefully that works out, and we don't have to do that anytime soon, because I'd really like to show you guys more of the game. And for those of you who did pre-order the game, this is where you find your pre-order bonus right here in this chest, which includes a Potion of Vanish, a Silver Disc, Silver Ring, Scroll of Ray of Enfeeblement, the Expert's Hat, which gives you a +1 confidence bonus on all skill checks, the Mesmerizing Necklace, which increases the DC of all enchantment school spells cast by the wearer, and allows you to cast Color Spray 3 times a day. You also get Head Chomper, a Pet Owl Cat. It gives you a +2 bonus on Perception and Nature checks. Fun little thing from the developers. We're going to go ahead and put the mirror. The Expert's Hat we're going to give to Lindsay to help with lockpicking. And I guess she's going to get the necklace for now too, since she's the only spellcaster we have in the party. She does not have any enchantment school spells, but she is the only spellcaster, so I guess it makes sense. And for those of you who didn't know, because I didn't notice this in my first playthrough, Lindsay actually comes with her own unique ring that prevents her from dying and teleports her to a safe location should she fall in battle. It's actually very interesting and shows a deep connection to her god. There's also a few vendor trash items and some gold in this room. But other than that, this is just a room to sleep. There's this chest, which I have never managed to get open. And this is the only time you can open it, is right here, right now, with Lindsay. Because every other time that you come to this room, you will not have the full party with you. So, actually, unless you're playing a rogue, in which case you could. You wake up from a nasty dream that tortured you almost all night long. In it you saw a wall of unnaturally thick fog that surrounded you, slowly moving closer and closer. A quick look out of the window, and you find out that the fog was not a figment of your imagination, not a dream. And then...
Hear me. To the Can you hear me? Please.
The half-transparent outline of the beautiful nymph appears before you. Even in this ghostly form, it's clear that she's exhausted. Her shoulders are slouched, and her large blue eyes burn within her pale face. Her voice is barely more than a whisper as she reaches toward you. It seems that only you can see or hear the nymph. Who are you?
Who am I? Just a tear shed by the land itself. The bitter sigh of nature. I am a nymph, the guardian of this area. The defeated guardian. Call me the guardian of the bloom, if you wish.
I'm glad my adventures could begin with such a beautiful sight.
Beauty is so tender. It can so easily be crushed under the blows of cruel fate. But you can save it from being undone.
What do you want from me?
Aid, salvation. We have a common enemy, and long have I searched for someone who can defeat him. The one you call the Stag Lord. As a storm strikes ruthlessly with gusts and lightning, the Stag Lord wreaks havoc with the swords of his servants. And not just in the world of people. The land also suffers from the evil he brings. My forests and my flowers suffocate in this fog. Soon even I will vanish, as the last ray of light fades at dusk.
The Stag Lord is responsible for the fog.
Yes, it hides his fortress as well as his dark deeds. But while responsible, he did not create this affliction. It is the work of a powerful druid who has betrayed even himself. I know not why the powers did not leave this renegade, but even I was unable to defeat him.
How can I help you?
This fog, it enshrouds, entangles, suffocates. If only I could learn how it was created. But my powers wane. I have barely the strength to call out to you. All I know for certain is that somewhere in this forest lies an old house, and it echoes with the remnants of a strange power. The Stag Lord and his druid were there. The fog hides this place from me, but I can point you to the bandits' camp near the Thornford. Make them tell you where this place is. Go there and listen to the echo, catch the whispers, search for anything that can tell you how the fog was created. Once the fog clears, nature will breathe again, and you will be able to easily find your way to the fortress of our mutual enemy.
Alright, I understand. Farewell.
I don't believe in fate, stranger. But our meeting seems more than a coincidence.
The nymph's whisper fades as she disappears. Okay, so our next goal is to go to the Thornford and the bandit camp. Oh, it's important to note that in Pathfinder, for those of you who are unfamiliar with it, when you sleep, you don't heal. So all of my party is still nearly dead. Thankfully I have enough potions to... Well, not if they freaking give me crap. Come on. Heal properly. We need a party healer. Unfortunately, we ended up with Valerie instead of Harem. There. That's the best I can do. That, this over here, stunning fist ability. That's that. Alright, so here's a place where you can talk to all of your companions, learn their backstories, possibly get some companion missions. And this man The elf looks straight at you, through the tangled hair falling over her face. Hey, you're an adventurer, right? Seeking your fortune in the stolen lands. You aren't the only one of your kind here. Take my advice. Keep your eyes open and watch your back. Sometimes the one who call themselves your friends are more dangerous than your enemies. Judging by the elf's voice, it's obvious that she started the day with a jug of wine. Who are you? Alnori Eight Eyes. Once upon a time, I was famous throughout Absalom. Alnori Eight Eyes, one of the Reckless Six. Well, glory passes quickly. A few miserable decades later, and no one recognizes you on the street anymore. What a shame. What are you doing here? I sit here waiting for adventurers who are in need of help. We may be sitting here in a backwoods tavern, but in Absalom I have a lot of friends who are eager to make a few coins. They are brave. They have brave hearts but shallow pockets. A little gold would be a welcome change for them. I can send them a message and they will come from Absalom through a portal. If interested, just give me a sign and we'll arrange everything right away. So this is the area where you can buy custom companions. You tell them, I need loyal and experienced fighters. It costs 2,000 gold at level 2. As you go up in the levels, it increases in cost. As you can see, I only have 667 gold. By the time I hit level 3, it'll cost, I think, either 3,000 or 4,500. It's actually fairly expensive to have your own custom team. So if you're going to do it early. Let's see, scrolls. Don't care about that. No. Alright, let's see what the party has for weapons right now and see if we can outfit them at all. So we got this Cloak of Resistance from one of the bandits. It gives a +1 on all saving throws. So looks like Amiri needs it more for her reflex and will saves than anybody else seems to for any of theirs. So we're going to go ahead and give it to her. Oh, and I want it noted for those of you who don't know, this is a ginormous sword. It's a large bastard sword. Amiri is the only character that can wield it, and... Oh. I guess she only does it once. She actually tells you off for trying to take it. And it cannot be removed from her inventory. It is, however, a fantastic weapon. It does 2d8 plus her strength modifier, and it's a +1 magic weapon. So for a starting weapon, it's probably one of the best you're going to get. As you can see, she does anywhere from 7 to 21 damage. However, because it's a large sword, she is taking penalties, I believe. Yeah, see, a -2 and then a +1. So a -1 to wield this sword. And Bakken here will sell you potions and a few magic items. He also has a few quests for you. He wants you to go fight some spiders for fang berries. And he gives you some alchemist fire to help fight them, which is good. And moon radishes. He has a lot of the potions you're going to need for early game until you can get somebody who has remove curse, remove blindness, restoration. He also has mage armor and snowball as wands. Very useful if you have an early spellcaster. But I would at some point like to show you guys the character creation for companions. as it does differ slightly from the actual character creation. Not much, but a little bit. The main difference is instead of the 25-point buy you get for your main character, you only get 20 points, which can drastically impact how you build a character. You wouldn't think those 5 points would make much of a difference, but it really does feel different. Alright. Oh no, somebody's on the road. A jittery old man in squalid clothing shuffles up to you. His gray hair is unkempt, and he continually clenches and unclenches his wrinkled, freckled hands. When he stops and looks up at you, his eyes widen, and he tugs at his beard. Strange weather, invisible fog, creeping out of the woods, soars beyond the sky, obscures the sun and moon. Strange. The old man shakes his head, his eyes shifting about at random. I don't like this, old man. Looks like the kind who can cast the evil eye. Who are you? The old man freezes for a moment. Remus. But that won't help with the fog. What are you doing here? The old man raises a thick eyebrow curiously. I do nothing. Breathe, walk, observe. The fog looks visible enough to me. I see more than ever. I've never seen so much before. The old man wipes his head across his face and sighs wearily. But someone must look, and no one else can. Invisible fog? Does that mean you can find your way through it? The fog is wrong. It hinders your legs, not your sight. I wish not to try. Well, we're not exactly assholes, so I guess I should probably go. The old man stares at you intently. You hasten? You should. Your rival wastes no time. He races, but in another direction. He searches for power. He'll find it. My rival? Do you mean Tartuccio? The old man tugs at his beard again. He's not tall, but he wants to climb high. Beside him are those who could stand against him, and might yet still. What power is he searching for? Someone else's, old but forever young, that which was taken from another, that which gave joy and now gives death. Can you tell me where he is now? He's in an old tomb, south of the trading post. Thank you. All the more reason not to linger. Farewell. The old man turns and walks away slowly, muttering softly. Once stolen, the land should be reclaimed. Once reclaimed, binded with the claimer shall it be. Binded, merged, joined by unbreakable ties, claiming the land, claiming its pain, claiming its death. Alright, so Tartuccio is looking for power inside of the ancient tomb. We're going to go ahead and surprise it. Edit this formation really quick. Continue to make our way south. Oh, random encounter. We're pretty low level still, and we don't have a healer, so we're going to try and avoid this. You successfully evaded the enemy, so you just evade, and you go. Start heading east. We just unlocked waterlogged lowland. The gloomy, soggy lowland leading into a swamp. travelers avoid this place. The swamp is dangerous on its own, but it also tends to attract monsters and other unpleasant creatures. Another random encounter, Jesus. Now some of these random encounters can, we failed to sneak past this one, so we're gonna have to fight. Oh, jeez. Skeletons. Skeletons are not fun to fight.
This will hurt.
Let us strike as one.
And I'll have Lindsay conjure up a death dog. No, I'm just kidding. It's not really a death dog. I don't want to be copying. It's just a dog. They're not actually really that useful, but they make a nice little distraction sometimes. Unfortunately, they only last a few rounds. Yeah, he didn't really do anything at all. Valerie's taking a few hits, so we're gonna get Lindsay in there to heal her. Same thing with Miri. Miri's taking some good hits too. Like I said, skeletons can be really difficult to fight. Let's go ahead and inspire courage on these guys. There we go. Probably should have done that from the start. Now we're completely out of spells, and we still have to face Tartuccio. So most weapons are decently weighted to their value. Chain shirts are also, but they're also still really heavy. So we're gonna go ahead and leave the armor, but take the weapons. And I actually think, nope, he can't. Okay, she can't. She can, and she can. Give Lindsay that scroll and a couple of potions. Potion with a large person. We'll go ahead and give that to Amiri. Be useful. Entire party. Like I said, we are on challenging mode, so these they're challenging. They really are. Even the random encounters can be pretty difficult. And there's never a guarantee that you're going to survive. You could have to quit at any moment. You know? So make sure you save frequently while playing on challenging mode. Thankfully, the game also does a pretty good job auto-saving, so... Alright. Whenever you enter a new area, you just want to quickly press tab and see what you can interact with. We got a scroll of protection from chaos, and a scroll of summon monster. And some vendor trash. It's not bad. We'll give Lindsay that scroll. Alright, we got some Tartuccio mercenaries up here, as well as harem. A gnome in gaudy purple garb seizes your attention. Of course, the scoundrel Tartuccio, who you know from your time in Restov. The vile gnome is standing on a small hill, expressing his discontentment in every way he can muster.
Let me guess, you're still dawdling. Should I make some tea in the meantime? Bake a pie, perhaps? Plant a small garden and harvest some cherries? Perhaps you'd be more comfortable wearing fool's caps and colored trousers. Then at least I'd be able to sell tickets. Come one, come all! Feast your eyes upon the slowest and the most ridiculous buffoons in Golorian.
Why hurry? The same end awaits us all.
Hold your tongue, gnome. I can hardly tell your twaddle from the buzzing of a fly.
Quickly now. If we don't find that artifact soon, someone else might seize it. Someone who's standing over there watching you right now, you fools!
Tartuccio turns his angry gaze upon you. He nods to his guards to draw their weapons. Alright, so now we have a couple of different choices that can result in us possibly getting Harem or Jaethal as a companion. However, Jaethal is evil, and honestly not that useful. The base Inquisitor class in this version of the game really just not that useful. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to try and lure Harem. Lindsay's got a +9 diplomacy, so we should be able to do it fairly well.
There is as much vanity in your words as in the words of all who have not seen the wisdom of Grotus. Yet you seem a worthier leader than the arrogant Tartuccio. Perhaps in serving you, I shall open your eyes to the teachings of my faith.
Sure, go ahead and think that all you want, Harem.
I see my magnificent rival will stop at nothing, even at stealing the servants of his enemy. Let us see if your fools are even more useless than mine. Draw your swords and cover my retreat.
Alright, so now we're gonna get into a fight. I'm gonna send Amiri after this guy. Lindsay will start playing some inspiring music. And we'll send Valerie after this guy.
Let us strike as one.
We're gonna go ahead and try and stun. Yeah, we're gonna attempt a stunning fist on this big guy. And we missed. Let's just quickly. Oh, I can't see his inventory right now. Oh, looks like our main guy's taking some damage. Pause. Have to drink a potion. Oh, and he's down. Thankfully, most of the enemies don't actually go after people. Oh, Valerie's about to go down too. Harem's down.
Avenge me.
Valerie's down, which means the only one left is Lindsay, and now she's down. So there's our first one, guys. The party's been defeated. So we're gonna go ahead and load the last save, and we're gonna give it one more shot. If we fail to do it again, that'll be the end of this character. I'll end the video here, and the next video will be the character creation for the new character. I'm not quite sure what we'll do yet for the new character. We might try something different than I usually do, but we'll see. Okay, so go ahead and collect this, and this time we're going to have Lindsay summon that right away. A little added distraction. Since it lasts a minute, we're going to get her to do this scroll really quick. On, oh, that's a self thing? Okay, well, it failed anyways. DC is 21. It's a possibility she might get it, so we'll go ahead and try again. Nope, still failed. One more try. Nope, looks like she can't do it. So. Alright, so this time we're going to have Lindsay start playing music now. No, we don't want to do it during the talking, so.
Let me guess.
Why hurry?
Yeah, we saw this. We have Harem.
There is as much vanity.
I see my.
Okay, so let's do this. Lindsay can start playing music, and we'll get everybody going after the same people now. Nope, Vanilor, get over here.
This will hurt.
Lost.
Wow, Amiri, you just can't survive, can you? Get on your feet. bones. Pause, Mary, drink that. And then the potion of enlarge. Go over here to this one. There we go, we managed to survive that. Nope, 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 shut it off. Alright. So we managed to do it. We used up a lot of our good potions. But we got a healer now, so hopefully things will be a bit better for us. We're going to go ahead and give him a second level of cleric, and since he has basically useless numbers of skill points, we're going to up his religion and his perception. And he gets nothing new. Do he have any spells? He does. Good. You can heal the party. Bane to heal Valerie. And do another one to Valerie since she's a lot closer to death. Quick little. Harem, why do you roll so low for healing? Come on. Unfortunately, he's got chaos and destruction as domains, not healing. So protection from law and true strike aren't really useful. Or at least we can turn those into a healing spell if we have to. Which we're definitely going to have to because we need a lot of healing for this party. Oh, we got a +1 or a magic longsword. And Lindsay identifies it as a +1. That's cool. Heavy shield, another longsword, and some food. Take the longsword. Let's see if he can use that. Harem cannot use longswords. Amiri has no use for a longsword. Valerie has a bastard sword, which we're actually going to switch her to the magic longsword just to up her. Oh no, it's actually a. How? Oh, it's masterwork. Okay, and she's got weapon focus with it, so she can use longswords. So we'll give that to her as a backup for now. And he's also got heavy shield and mace. Okay. Light crossbow and scorched fragment of a necklace. I've not actually found anything yet that requires chocolate as an ingredient, but it is incredibly valuable. That one little piece of chocolate is 0.4 pounds for 55 gold. So if you see chocolate, make sure you grab it. Nope. Perception check. What we got? That's right, that's the entrance door. An ancient Cyclops coin. So the fragment of the necklace and the coin aren't useful until we actually have our barony. Oh, ow. Damn, that trap used magic missile on the entire frickin' party. That's... wow. I guess she really messed up on her save. Oh yeah.
In due time.
Alright. How sweet, the first breath of fresh air after the stale, damp stuffiness of that tomb. Before us stretched an unending hearth, replete with hills and gullies and patches of low shrubs. Already the trail of Tartuccio and his companions had gone cold. So, nature check, but we would not give up easily. Whether the trail went cold or not, it was one we had to follow. Success. Not a blade of grass was bent. It must have had enough time to straighten back up, since whoever last passed through. But the hearth's dry earth preserved the prints of little shoes. Our eyes to the ground, we followed the trail. We walked and walked until we finally came to a huge gully, the dried up bed of a river of yore. What is this? At the edge, the grass was trampled down and the soil turned up. Claw prints, lots of them. We'd stumbled upon a fresh battlefield. And here the trail split. One set of footprints walked away from the battle and down into the gully. Brave footprints that faced down their enemies followed the path along its edge. Alright. So another nature check. Or detect magic. So we're going to detect magic. We discovered traces of a spell, apparently from the illusion school of magic, near where the lonely trail descended into the gully. Nature success. The claw marks were not deep. The attackers were small and lean, and more, these creatures walked on two legs. Finally, the form of the prince left no doubt in our minds. We stumbled onto kobold lands. Alright, so we're going to study the one that led down into the gully. To our surprise, we discovered that the little shoe prints turned into little clawed footprints on their way to the gully. It was as if someone from Tartuccio's band was wearing shoes and either took them off or grew claws, then jumped into the gully to avoid the battle. The path was frequently used, and in its dust we saw both sets of footprints together. It was clear that those who had no claws left the battle surrounded by those who did. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to follow down the single set of footprints into the gully. The way down was steep, and it took some time to reach the bottom. Walking on the loose soil was difficult, but the clawed footprints were easy to spot. The bottom of the gully went downhill, deeper and deeper. Finally, the footprints turned, rolled up the steep slope, and disappeared at the gully's edge. We couldn't but admire the animal agility, the clever claws of the creature we were following. The slope before us was tall as two men, and ended at a hanging crest. Climbing such a slope was no easier than climbing a sheer wall. However, a long, steady-looking root stuck out of the ground from the top. So we're going to make this mobility check, which we get to choose who's going to make it, but clearly Vanilor is the right choice with his +10 to mobility. Success. After tugging on the root, Vanilor took a deep breath, grabbed it with both hands, and began the difficult descent. Pushing with his feet against the slope and grabbing the root with both his hands, he climbed higher and higher. Only his heavy breathing and the faint creaking of the root broke the deadly silence. Suddenly, dust poured down from the top of the slope, and the root began to slide from the ground. Keeping his weights, Vanilor shifted his weight to his legs and froze. After a tense moment, he continued his journey, and soon reached the top of the slope. After catching his breath, he lay on the ground and offered his hand to help the next of us up. After climbing out of the gully one by one, we easily found the clawed footprints again and moved forward. The air grew tense, we sensed that we were approaching our target, and our intuition proved correct.
Listen to me. A dragon, huge, sparkling, flew down to me from the sky and told me a secret. A great relic that will win the kobold's glory is hidden somewhere nearby. Enough of this pitiful existence. Search for it. Search and bring it to me.
Our leader speaks in the suspiciously familiar voice of the gnome Tartuccio. Dragon, glory, dragon. The voices of the kobold rise in excitement. We know. The mites under the old sycamore. They possess the magic treasure. Very ancient? It's really difficult to make out a word when it's stretched. Fuck, I can't remember our alignment. I believe we're well. Stop deceiving those poor reptiles, Tartuccio.
Who is there? How? Here, you fools! I mean tribesmen. Don't listen to his lies. I shall bring you to glory. Just help me find the relic and stop this trickster.
And so Tartuccio convinces a couple of them to come after us. Unfortunately, it locks down our camera for this little part.
I still got it.
Jeez, Vanilor took a nice hit.
Repent.
There we go. Get that flank bonus going. Alright, Harem, go ahead and do some healing. Yeah, we might as well burn off the last of it. Well, now we're out of healing completely, but we got a bunch of loot. So we're going to take all this except for the armor. And let's go ahead and look around. Lindsay, gonna join us? There's some stuff over there. Oh, and one of those coins. And there's the exit. Oh. We got a chest with some port. Get drunk, guys. We have shrooms. Fuck yeah, we got port and shrooms, guys. We're gonna get totally messed up tonight. There's an imprint on the ground near the empty chest. Looks like another chest the same size recently sat there, but we already found that and had a bunch of beer. And some food. Oh, including a recipe for haggis. We're gonna copy the recipe so that way we can cook it. Well, I think that's it for this area, so. Alright, so that's the Pine Patch. There we go, now we're back to the Ancient Tomb. We're going to go ahead and head back to the trading post. Which we're probably going to get tired on the way there. Yeah, see, Lindsay's already fatigued.
Don't you think?
Alright, we made it back to the trading post without the entire party being fatigued. Lake wants to talk to us. Listen, well, since you dispatched the bandits with such skill, maybe you can help us with another problem. There's a feral swine living here in the woods, not a normal wild pig. We're talking about a vicious boar, as big as a bear and wicked as a devil. The locals call him Tusk Gutter. Many hunters have lost life and limb to him. Freckle Benzin found his lair and went to kill the beast, but came back with one leg. He put a bounty on the boar's head, but it looks like there aren't any heroes around bold enough to claim it. Maybe you will rid us of this monster. Amiri opens up. Hey, we're better than the local wussies, right? Or I bet I could chop off this Tusk Gutter's snout with a single swing. Come on, let's find out. Alright, let's go kill this Tusk Gutter. Amiri gives you a wide grin and slaps your shoulder. Right! That's the way I like it. Let's do it! So Amiri wants us to go and fight Tusk Gutter. However, it is quite challenging, so we're going to save that for later. However, that is all the time we have for this video, guys. We're going to go ahead and end it here. I hope everybody enjoyed this video, and if you did like it, make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment if you want to, and if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe so you get and ring that bell so that way you get notified of all my future videos. I will try and get this video out within the next couple of hours, which obviously you guys will know whether or not I succeeded on that already. And I will try and get more videos out this week. So we'll see what happens. If you guys are liking this, please let me know. If you want to see some other content, feel free to let me know, make suggestions. I'm always open to playing new games and experiencing new things. Also, if you have any ideas on what we should try and get for a companion, I'm going to try and sell some stuff. I don't think we have enough yet. Let's actually do that real quick. I highly doubt we have enough. Yeah, no, we won't even be close. Actually, we'll be pretty close if we sell off some of this other stuff. Go ahead and give them the coins. Potatoes. No, looks like that's it. We don't really have much else of value. Actually, the Alchemist Fire is fairly valuable, and I don't really use the Alchemist Fire ever, so we'll give them that. Same thing with the Acid Flasks. And that does give us enough. So the next video will start off with us hiring a companion. So, thank you everybody, have a good one, and I'll see all you guys next time.